Welcome to the I-80 Club and the Saturday Morning Coffee Show. Josh Peterson, Jack Mitchell with you. Jack with the Mountain Dew, me with the unleaded. Or leaded? Is it unleaded or leaded? It's leaded, right, Jack?
It's unleaded if you're drinking decaf.
Okay,
but
I'm drinking caffeinated.
That's what you have after dinner and you're 68. You have after dinner when you're 68 with your dessert.
Well, welcome in. We appreciate everyone joining us. Josh Peterson and Jack Mitchell with you on this. Jack, the final Saturday without football until January the 24th. After this, we will have a football game every Saturday from now until January 17th. How glorious is that?
Thank goodness, because I remember a show about 6-8 weeks ago where I was like, Josh, I'm ready to turn the page to football talking season. And I was excited about it. Do you know what? I am tired of football talking season now.
You are? You're ready?
I'm ready
to football.
I'm ready for
season.
watching. I'm ready for watching season. I'm done with the speculation. I feel like we've hit look, we have some new news this week, so that's good. New news. But we can at least delve into that and not sort of do the same analysis. It feels like we've kind of done several times, and you've even done more times on your show, I'm sure.
I do talk about it a lot. If you're a first-timer, whether you're watching or listening, we know we've had a lot of first-timers lately. Thank you for hanging out with us on the I-80 Club YouTube channel this morning. This is our show, right, Jack? This is the one that when we first started this project 3 years ago, this was the one that we were most excited about. In particular, we love doing this show during the football season. It is free. It will be free, available every Saturday morning throughout the football season and beyond. So we would love to have you like and subscribe there or wherever you download and listen to your podcast. We would love to see you there as well. Jack, we are very close to embarking on our, usually we would call it relaunch week. We're going to call it football is back week, but we also have volleyball state with us as well. So it's football and volleyball are back week, and that will start at the end of next week. And holy crap, do we have a lot of stuff that we are going to be doing in that final week ramp up to the start of the college football season.
Yes.
It's going to be glorious.
Packed every day. We're going to have some special deals and rollouts for new members. So if you're not yet a member, check that out. There's going to be some opportunities we're going to tell you about here if you want to try things out at maybe a little lower, not that it's all that of a high of a price point as is, but maybe a little bit of a lower price point or a deal for you, essentially. So we'll have all of that. And then, Josh, just really a barrage of shows, some of which, if you're members, you already have had a chance at seeing, but they will be released public for the first time. And then a lot of new stuff too, including basically our new fall lineup. Essentially, it's like the old days. That week, remember when all the premieres came on network TV?
Yes.
That was always a very exciting time for everyone.
Yes, that is exactly what it is. So starting on Thursday, we will roll into our regular calendar in terms of what we're going to be doing this season. And on Thursdays this fall, the I-80 football show, we've done 2 episodes so far. The first official beginning of the season one is coming up on Thursday. Have not recorded the guest, so we'll keep that one a little bit secret for now. I think people are going to really dig what we have coming up there. And then, Jack, a brand new podcast Friday, the Big Ten Breakdown, starts with Ben, and that one we are super excited for. He tells us that he is going to do a look at every single team in the Big Ten Conference, and that, once we get into the season, will be a twice-a-week podcast. And so his first launches 6 days from now on Friday the 22nd. Also, there's going to be a volleyball late that night as well because Nebraska volleyball season begins on Friday there at the AVCA, what is it, Classic Invitational? So that will be super cool too.
Yep. Yeah, it's great. And then Ben will be on Friday, Monday regularly. Like the plan is, Josh, at least for now, and we might tweak this down the road, but the plan is when you wake up Friday and when you wake up Monday, you should have that in your feed or shortly thereafter, correct?
Yeah. D'Lo says, even Northwestern, can we tell him to skip Northwestern? I think he's even going to cover Northwestern. So yeah, we'll have that coming up. And like Jack
said, they can always win. They can always beat you. You'll never know.
That'll start Friday. And by the way, all these shows are going to be available for free on the YouTube channel, whereas, normally moving into the season, some of this stuff will be behind the paywall, but we just wanted to launch everything in the proper form. Coffee, of course, next week as we'll get ready for week 0. I believe there are some plans, Jack, for some things happening surrounding Nebraska volleyball that day as well. Plus, then a volleyball state comes on Sunday night in their normal or newly now normal live recording time of 7 o'clock. And then, Jack, leading into the next week, we'll still do I-80 Live, though. That's going to be a Tuesday because I'm traveling down to Kansas City for the game on Wednesday. We are going to do a football show on Thursday morning of the first game. But we are going to release a couple of paywalled episodes, including the Wang Nachos that you and Mike Schaefer and John Bishop and I all recorded back, in May, as we kicked off the poster behind you, the I-80 Club Summer Tour. It seems like it was just yesterday. And
with
now
a
the
cord
summer,
in front of it.
with a cord in front of it. The cord looks great. It's a cool part of the poster. Yeah.
I should put it behind the poster.
Yep, not a bad idea.
I just put it up. I put it up today, so I should have. I was kind of in a hurry. I wanted to get all my new merch swag up. So
yeah, and so we'll have that. We'll have that coming up, plus a Be Kind Husker Rewind release as well, and then Jack gets into the season and off to the races we go. So that's what we have coming up over the next couple of weeks. We are incredibly excited.
Yes, we are absolutely excited, and hopefully we're going to get some new members out of this whole thing, and hopefully you guys are going to get a whole bunch of new content out of this as well. Good rotation for the fall, and we're finally at the end of the preseason and fall camp and all of that. Thank goodness we'll be getting ready for Farmageddon in Ireland 1 week
next week.
Now.
Yeah,
I'm kind of excited. That's the game. Like, it could be a much crappier game. It could be a much less interesting game. Some kind of Navy versus Georgia Tech situation or something like that, you know.
Who did we have last year? Florida State lost to somebody. Was it Georgia Tech?
Oh, yeah, they got upset by Georgia Tech. Yes, Georgia Tech.
That was pretty funny. They were
Georgia Tech always goes to Ireland.
They do. They played in Ireland many times. But, yeah, there is something about it being like a kind of a local-ish game for us, right? Like, we have feelings about Iowa State. We have feelings about Kansas State around here. And so that makes it enjoyable. And then I was looking at the Week 0 schedule last night, Jack, just because I was putting something together. And there's like 8-9 games. There's like 3 games on in prime time next week. Are we going to have to do a post-game show on Saturday night next week?
I don't know. Maybe. I'm doing my fantasy draft on Saturday night, so I'm going to be I'll be having Mike Schaefer taunting me that whole night.
Awesome.
He hit his personal rivalry, his one-way rivalry with my fantasy team will be there again. Do you think the winner of that Kansas State Iowa State game will be playing Texas Tech for the Big 12 championship?
Great question. Look, Jack, the winner of that's in first place in the conference and will be for like a month, and the loser is in last place in the conference and will be for like a month.
I don't know if I would say it's a 50-50 proposition, but I would probably take that bet if the winner of that game against Texas Tech for the Big 10 championship.
Are you in
Big 12. Big 12.
Yeah.
Arizona State obviously could be factoring too, but
I'm pleasantly surprised to hear that you're a part of the Texas Tech hive ahead of the season.
I don't know if I am. I kind of hate it. Like, I don't know. I'm a little. I just have heard so many people.
Yeah.
Like, this is another one of these things that I feel like topics that have been spun and respun during the offseason that I finally just kind of getting some muscle memory for acting like Texas Tech's going to be good. But God, and I know they've added a lot of players. God, they've been such a weirdly inconsistent team under this coaching staff, and they have their high moments, but then they'll just go out and just crap the bed in games as well. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about them. The other thing that told me this week that the offseason has gotten too long. I talked about this on your show that you weren't on yesterday, but you remember the beginning of the summer, how we were like, one of the trendy picks this year is for Illinois to be good, right? That's one of the trendy, it's going to be up there. And now the polls have come out and they're 12, 13, and all of that came to pass for sure. And last week, I started seeing tweets that were like making bold predictions. And the bold prediction was Illinois is being overrated. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we've gone full circle without a game being played from underrated to overrated. It's unbelievable. That's when you know the offseason needs to end, is we have gone completely, shifted the trendy opinion on Illinois.
Jack, I have been on the Illinois is not a legitimate playoff contender bandwagon for, I would say, like 5 months now. When they first started popping up in the early part of the offseason, it's like, ooh, watch out for Illinois. And I was immediately like, no way, I will not be watching out for Illinois. You're an idiot if you think so. And now everyone's on my side. And it's very disappointing that you can't say, like, here's a bold prediction, they won't make the play. That's not a bold prediction. The bold one is to say they will make the playoff. I don't like this.
And you know who else is on your side, which really bolsters your side, Josh?
Michael Severe.
Michael Severe.
Hell yeah. Well, we
So
know
it's the right side.
when he
It's the right
speaks,
side.
there were the 10 commandments that God
Yes.
passed down to Moses, but there are the football commandments, which
Dude.
Michael passes down to all of us.
Michael, if you're watching this live or later, that's
Hello,
going to be
Michael.
a great segment when we sign you to the I-80 Club. The Severe Commandments every week, 10 of them. And then everybody will like live their life according to those and their football thoughts according to those this week. So write that down. Sponsorship opportunity. I'll write it down. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah,
we'll take
Jack,
care of you.
Jack will take care of it.
Anyway.
This is a good idea,
Anyway.
Jack, for a little like a graphic. Maybe I'll make something in Canva later where it's Michael Severe passing down the commandments of football.
Like,
You're right, though.
I am open.
Just
so to be clear.
Point.
Just to be clear, I am openly pitching Michael Severe a show on the I-80 Club right now.
Called the Severe Commandments?
I don't care what it's called. That could have been a segment, but although I don't hate that. But yeah, I think, or maybe it's 7 with Severe or something like that. But yes, to be clear, let's not bury the lead. I am now openly offering, we want you, Michael. We want you on the I-80 Club. Come on over. Let's make a deal. We'd love to get your content. We know people like your stuff. I like your stuff. We get along now. We're buddies.
Wow. You guys are best friends.
There we go. I mean, I think so. I can't tell. It's not worth it'll probably go back and forth, and that's just fine. That's part of the fun, I think. But but good enough friends for me to openly
pine for him.
Invite him. I don't know if pine is the right. I'm not desperate, but I'm inviting. It's an opportunity for all of us.
Well, there you go. Jack, another sign of the offseason being maybe too long or that we are getting near the end are two things. One is something we have done around here for over a decade now. The other is something that we have now done for the third straight August. One of those things, alternate uniforms. The other thing, single-digit numbers. Where shall we begin? I think we should begin with the single-digit numbers because it seems like you have a very strong opinion about this.
I have strong opinions in opposite directions on these two things.
Okay,
believe it or not.
Perfect.
So Jack's going to either be too positive or too negative.
I'm looking forward to it.
Depending on which issue you pick.
Should we start? What do you want to do? Do you want to go? What you want to go?
First
positive
of all,
or negative?
Let's do negative first. Okay, let's do negative first. But first of all, let's just kind of do a recap of the news of the week, in part for me, because I want to make sure I'm not missing anything when we do this. They've handed out more single-digit numbers. Yes,
they're all done now. All the single digits are done.
Could we go ahead and get a full rundown? You're very fast on the internet. I would look it up myself, but you're the fastest draw on the information superhighway.
And you would do that. You like Jack's looking at something on the internet, and you'd go. Every time you look up something, you just disappear from the camera.
Old Josh Peterson walks in the saloon with a mouse, and you know someone's going down. He's the fastest draw in the West.
I just posted it inside of the Discord. And by the way, if you're joining us on the YouTube channel and you're a free subscriber, very much appreciate you. We'll be reading comments inside of the Discord server from our patrons. The single-digit numbers, Jack, and the last one that we learned was Sierra Wright. We learned that yesterday. He is number 1. I'll just read the rest of them, though. Number 0, Javen Wright. Number 2, Ja'Cory Barney. Number 3, Marquise Buford. Number 4, Janiron Bonner. 5, Riley Van Poppel. 6, Dane Key. 7, Malcolm Hartzog. 8, Deshaun Singleton. And 9, Vincent Shavers. My wife writes, happy anniversary, by the way, 2 years married. I genuinely can't fathom being upset about these jersey numbers. Jack?
Well, let me explain it to you. I'd be glad to let you fathom it in my mind. Because, and look, it is a very practical reason. This is not a serious critique of, well, I mean, it's a serious critique, but it is not a systemic problem within the program. It's not going to lose or win Nebraska games. Of course, I think it's not only a good idea, I think it's a great idea to recognize toughness and leadership and sort of the kind of characteristics that you think the program should represent and have special ways. I think that's really important to do that.
But
I hate doing it by changing everyone's numbers constantly. I want to watch the first game, and I do not want to have to reference a roster. I follow, like, I am sorry. And if that is, I just don't want, part of the perks of being a tuned in fan, a super fan of any team.
Yes.
Any of you follow a football team is that you're able to look at a number and you know right off the bat who it is. right? This happens when we do Be Kind Husker Rewind, even though a few of them we have to have our memories refreshed as well.
Yeah.
And I know it's stupid. I know it is a trivial thing in the end, but like Dave Fite's going to have a hard time writing the next 100-year piece because everybody had 37 jersey numbers.
That's true.
Okay?
How would Dave handle this in the future? What if Vincent Shavers became like the GOAT? How would he handle it? It would probably be the number that I guess he became the GOAT wearing, right? Is that what would happen?
Like, this is a personal preference, and you can call it trivial if you want, but I enjoy sort of the act of associating players with numbers. And like, I enjoy that. I've liked that. And about football, it's different with football than any other sport, right? Because you don't use the number to identify a player in any, maybe hockey, but really in any other sport, primarily to use it. And so it kind of becomes the way I think about players. That is sort of, that's a huge organizing factor. That'd be like, changing your first or last name every year, which sometimes has happened too, where people have a hyphenation or something like that. And it's really hard to get used to. And I like the familiarity of my team and getting familiar with these players and having the numbers. Is it trivial? Is it stupid? Maybe you think so, but it annoys me. And it's going to annoy me when the first game starts. And it does make me wonder, who's profiteering off of this? Is it big roster? Could it be
big uniform?
Could it be big uniform? Well, listen, I know they didn't end up making Dylan one of these, but can you imagine all the kids who had 15 jerseys if they had?
Well, Jack, wasn't a lot of people freaking out when the last number available was 1 this week, and it was like, oh my gosh, is it going to be Dylan Raiola? And people were getting like legitimately worried. And then when the announcement came down, I saw so many jokes of that's a sigh of relief from the parents that just bought their kids a Dylan Raiola number 15 jersey or shirt or something like that.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like
Tim and O'Neill, we need to see
what am I going to do
now.
with this Janiron Bonner 16 jersey I've got? Like, what am I going to do with this now? I have no idea. I got nothing I can do with this. On the secondary market, they're going to be like, what is that? An Eric Stokes jersey? And I'll actually be like, yes, it is.
I like that your complaint is not, because like there are some complaints, like Brendan posted a few minutes ago. It's a gimmick. Dave brought up a topic that I will read to you in a moment because I think it's like an actual, like, could it actually be something? But like you're just like, I don't like it because I'm going to have to search which number is which I think is actually
that's it.
Kind of classic. That's pretty fun, actually. Yeah.
And I do think big cardboard roster is lobbying. I mean, I don't know what the halls of Memorial Stadium are. I don't know what kind of lobbying interests are in there. Big cardboard roster, perhaps big internet roster, looking for clicks. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they have a new sponsor on the Husker roster page, and they're like, hey, we can guarantee, this is how I think now as a businessman. We can guarantee you an extra CPM. Isn't it CPM? Is that it? RPM, CPM, whatever. We can get you a higher that because we're going to be changing some numbers, and that's going to be bringing more Jack Mitchell clicks to the page. So
Jab says if the players like it, then who cares? Again, Jack is not complaining about it from he thinks it's a bit.
Because
Jack cares.
It disadvantages me.
Yes.
In terms
of learning the players.
Yes. I mean, I don't, if players like things that disadvantage me or I don't like, I still don't like them.
Yeah.
They don't they're not given inerrancy in my mind.
Husker Fam says Josh is so ready for the next topic. No, I actually don't think the single digit.
Am I annoying everyone? It feels like I'm annoying everyone. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I've never been a fan of this the last couple of years. I think it's try hard, but Jack, it's not for me. And it never, like I've reached the age, and I think we all reach that age where it's just like the stuff that the team does is for the team. And if this brings them closer, that's all I care about. If these players are leaders and like it matters to them, like great. That's awesome.
That's like, not my critique.
I will. No, I know. And that's the thing. I'm just trying to give my opinion. Yeah. Jack's critique is the best critique. And that is he doesn't want to have to memorize players and numbers anymore. Like I actually like that. That's a good take. Because
it's not even memorized. In 10 years, I want to think of a guy as one number.
Correct. Yeah, when you think of Marlon Lucky, what number do you think of him wearing?
20. But
20?
Yeah, 20.
I think of 5. That's fun.
No, we have that different thing. We have different profiles in our head.
Correct.
For sure. Hey, Hold on. Did you see?
What?
I got to show. We got a super chat.
Oh, let's go, Michael Severe.
Hey!
$2. Is that a
yes?
Is that
I think that's a yes.
No? I think that means
Just
he's starting.
Send
the
another
show.
$2 if it's a yes.
Let's go, Michael. Let's go, man. When Facebook takes that cut, we're gonna get like 4 cents. This is gonna be sweet. Or Facebook, YouTube. Good Lord. Yeah. Thanks, YouTube. Awesome. Thank you, Michael. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for watching us live. Now, what do you?
Nice
hey,
job.
I don't know how much more we want to go on single-digit numbers as an actual topic, but
I have a little more. But go ahead.
Okay. Well, Dave Fight says, hot take. At some point, the number of transfers earning single-digit numbers should be concerning.
That's what someone said. Riz said that too earlier. I don't know. I don't even know exactly what their internal criteria is. Have they enumerated the exact internal criteria for these single digit numbers?
Great words. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. It's
the best words.
Guys that they look up to, guys that are tough, guys that represent Nebraska.
I like recognizing guys. Whatever.
Yeah. I don't care for the record.
I just don't know what it means. If they're like, I agree with Jabs to the internal part of it. If the players are happy with it, I'm fine with it.
But here's why. You know what, Jack? Rosters are built now on transfers, in a way that they have not before. So I don't view this as like, oh no, Nebraska's recruiting and development of high school players is bad. I don't think you have to view it that way. Because I think college football's changed. 10 years ago, maybe, but not right now.
Yeah. Well, and I think
let's move on. Nobody wants this.
No.
Let's move on.
I have so many. I have so many more takes on this. Wow, people really like want it. Here's the thing, like I'm doing surface level critiques on it, and people really want deep critiques on it, but they're also kind of like defending it. And while you and I think my critique might be the best one,
I think your critique is actually pretty good. Your critique's the best one because you're not being mad about it from the like, I don't get it.
Because I don't know. I don't know what it feels like in the inside. And I also do think it's important to recognize people who are leaders and or exemplifying what they think I think that's important. I think that's incredibly important. I'm just critiquing the method of it and how it personally impacts me. Also, don't like defensive linemen wearing single digit numbers. I said it. I don't. You talked about that before. Ty Robinson wearing 99 is imminently cooler than Ty Robinson wearing 9. I'm sorry. It looks dumb. I want that guy wearing 99.
I don't know. I mean, some of those photos of him after sacks was pretty tight. Like celebrating. Like there's that one photo where he's like,
imagine if there was but imagine if there was another 9 there.
I know.
Imagine that same picture, but like a second 9.
But 2 9s?
Yeah. Wouldn't it?
Interesting.
Like all the fun of one, but doubled. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, I guess.
Here's how I should do it. They should give the coolest number.
Times 11.
No, here's how they should do it. It should be the coolest number. What is the coolest number for every position group? Right?
Now that's
what is the coolest.
Why didn't we do that this summer?
Right?
Why didn't we do that this summer?
For like wide receiver, it probably is 1, I would think. Quarterback at Nebraska, it is probably 15. Running back, I always think 30. Like first number you think of running back. Say it 1, 2.
Yeah, well,
3.
you just said 30, so now 30's in my brain.
33 is what I was going to say.
33 for running back?
Yeah.
That's Larry Bird's number. That's a basketball number.
I don't think of basketball numbers. All right, coolest offensive.
33.
Hey,
33.
Cool. Stop. Play this game with me. Coolest offensive line number. 1, 2, 3. 75. 75.
Okay, interesting.
All right. Coolest
33.
Move on. Coolest tight end number. 1, 2, 3. 86.
Okay, interesting.
Coolest defensive line number. 1, 2, 3.
95. Wow. Jason Peter early in his career when he wasn't the double nickel.
Coolest linebacker number. 1, 2, 3.
54.
44 or 50.
Okay.
Coolest defensive back number. 1, 2, 3.
21.
2? I don't know. 21. I can
2 looks pretty cool. 2 looks pretty cool. Coolest wide receiver number.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1 or 80. 1 or 80.
Keena, men will literally sit around saying numbers. By the way, Michael did. Oh, look at this.
Oh, go. Josh is
super. This is great. Michael says Jack's critique is I'm too lazy. SEC single-digit defensive linemen are the best defensive linemen. Thank you, Michael. He also did add, Jack, I love what the single-digit numbers. I like when players vote for anything. It's the toughest players.
I think he's
shout out to Severe with the supers.
Hey, he keeps increasing. If he disagrees with me more, will that continue to go up? Let me see some more stuff he he disagrees with. Let's see.
Sheldon says, will there be a show this morning? Wow. This is a free show to a larger audience than normal, and we are getting, well, you are getting, I think, lambasted for your opinion.
What the hell? This is good. You know what? This is good. This is good. You know, this is like fall camp for me. Okay.
Yeah.
I get along with everybody in the summer, and I'm defending Josh, and I'm going out there, and I'm the guy who's, fun, happy, everything. The season's when I go to war. Okay. And I don't want to go to war with everyone, but I will if I have to. If I've got a different take than you, I'm ready to go to war. And I'm going to stick by what I said. I wish they would do it a different way. Also, I wish, now that we're still talking about it, I wish they would sort of unveil it in a more formal way as well.
Okay. I don't give a shit about that.
Yes. No, it makes it don't give me like random press releases every few days with like 2 of them. No.
Texas Toast says, I wish I was listening to the replay so I could just skip ahead to the real football topics. Apparently, by the way, Chuck wants us to talk about Nebraska getting a 5-star yesterday. Chuck, we don't talk recruiting on the podcast.
Great job by them. That's my take on that.
Also, the criticism about you picking 33 for the running back has absolutely destroyed me.
Well, you guys hate Roger Craig. Roger Craig.
You think of Roger Craig?
Roger Craig.
You don't think of Amon Green or Mike Rozier? I
didn't say for Nebraska. I just thought of cool running. For Nebraska, 30. Yes.
Sheldon says this should be a reverse super chat where they pay us. Well, Jack, do we dare even talk about the alternate uniforms then?
Good Lord. We've talked week after week after week, Josh, I just started the show saying we've killed these things to death with talking about the coaches, the teams, the statistics, the players. We have delved in. We have done X's and O's. We have done every facet of that. We covered every which way. You have on your show too. And I said coming into the show, I was glad we got some like slightly new topics, but the crowd isn't. Nope.
Yeah.
They want to. Should we just read the script of one of the previous shows, reenact it?
No, I'd rather not do that. I mean, we could talk about something. I think we are learning that people actually don't really give a shit about single-digit numbers or alternate uniform opinions.
I do.
Yeah.
And I got a mic.
Okay. All right. What do you want to say about the alternates?
I think they're cool. Sorry for talking about them.
Yeah, me too. For the record, I think they're pretty cool.
Hey, what is this?
Oh my gosh.
Eric
writes, seeing that I can do super chats now, this is my bet payoff to Jack for the Wisconsin game. Jack,
should I remember what he's talking about? Did I bet someone on the Wisconsin game and I forgot? Did I bet someone $19.99?
I have no idea. What in the world is going on?
Was I trying to make it sound slightly less than $20? Eric, remind me of what that is. I don't deny it happened. It probably did.
Thank you, Eric.
Sounds like something I would do.
Wow, that's awesome. That's pretty cool. That's exciting.
I like the alternates. Michael and I talked about this yesterday on your show where you weren't at, but they went all the like 2010s styles. Just they overcomplicated the alternate designs.
Yes.
As soon as I heard like
tire treads on remember the numbers that looked like tires?
Yes. Like what I always wanted, and even when they tried it against UCLA in 11, I think it was, like they tried the black the first time. They had like the stencil thing, and then they had a red N and a black stripe, and that looked terrible. I'm like, just replace the red with black. Try it. Just replace the red with black. And it took them 14 years, and now they did it.
They did it.
Now, I did like the other black ones that they had that they lost multiple times in. Those were good too.
I like the ones that they wore against Indiana. Those were the best ones.
These are only different because the helmet's different, right? Or is there other differences?
No. So a couple things. They actually did do a black N for the Indiana game, Jack, back in 2019. So this is not the first time that they are doing a black N on the helmet.
Is this the same thing, basically?
No, the jersey doesn't have the black shirt emblems on the sleeves, and the winning tradition patch isn't on the jerseys this year. I don't know if you noticed that as well.
It doesn't have what? Tell me that again.
It doesn't have the black shirt logos on the sleeves.
Okay,
and I like that. It doesn't have the winning tradition patch on the breast area.
I liked it, but it was weird for me to see the offense wearing the black shirt logo. So I actually don't mind that change.
I actually agree with that. Like, I thought that they looked really cool, but it was strange when Luke McCaffrey was on the field.
That was the first person I thought of. Yeah. Josh, I was just going to say Luke McCaffrey.
Yeah. So, like, I thought the look was cool. If there was a world where they could have just had the black shirt logo on the defensive players' uniforms that day, I think that would have been pretty cool. But, yeah, it looks strange where it's like, hey, look, it's, who was the running back that year back in Dedrick Mills? Hey, Dedrick Mills has a black shirt logo on his sleeve. Biff points out, by the way, because a lot of people, immediate response was, oh, my gosh, they always lose when they wear these uniforms. Biff points out, people forget they've lost quite a bit in the regular unis the last 20 years, too. Yes, please, God, stop talking about how this is the reason that they are going to lose. No, if they lose, it's going to be because they will lose. That is the reason why.
And that only happens if you wear surrender whites. Those do make you lose, obviously. But other than those, jerseys do not play a role in that. Those are magic. They do make you lose.
Yeah. And so they're wearing those for the USC game, which is the 9th game of the year. Can you imagine, Jack? Let's just pretend. What if they started out 8-0 and then they wore those and then they lost? How pissed people would be. Oh, they would lose their minds. You and I are doing after Nebraska football that night, and it's like an old school radio show where all of the comments are actually about the uniforms and they're not about what happened on the field.
It's going to look weird with USC wearing their whites and against those. That's like sort of hard to picture for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. They should do some.
Oh, that is the other difference
yellows
about these, Jack. They're wearing black pants, whereas they have never worn black pants before when they have done this. So that is the other thing that is.
Different. All the red is. When they wore the black jerseys, they had white pants. Right?
They had white pants. Yep.
So it's all black, the whole thing.
Oh, whole thing. Yeah. What if they would have done a black helmet with like a white or a red end? Do you think that would have looked cool?
A white end
or a red end on a black helmet?
The helmets are white.
No, what if they would have worn black helmets?
Oh, black helmet. Yeah, that.
Yeah. With a white end or a red end? Fight says yes.
I probably would have done a white end. I feel like you need just I would like a little red. Little red, just a little. And this is not me being red's one of our colors. Yeah, no, it's not even red's one of our colors. It's just a little, I think it would look good.
Yeah.
I think I don't know where.
I was going to ask, where would you put it? Would it be the stripes on the sleeves?
Outlining like maybe like outlining the numbers.
What if you did red numbers with white outline? So it kind of really pop? No.
Too hard to see. No, too
white
hard
numbers with red outline?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Again, seeing numbers, and I'm sorry to bring this up, seeing numbers, the number whole situation is important to me. Because I sat at that 2015 Northwestern game, Josh, which was in the Groin Kick Chronicles. And I didn't know. I couldn't tell who anybody was in that whole freaking game because of those jerseys in that game.
That is so funny. That is so awesome.
I knew Tommy Armstrong who he was because he'd do the spinny move in the back, the pirouette thing, and he'd get away. But pretty much other than that.
Dude, Tommy Armstrong loved doing that pirouette. Remember we watched the BYU game a couple of years ago?
He did it more than I realized. And
Me too.
Here's the other thing. It worked way more than it should have.
It did.
Because he did it. He was still doing it in that Northwestern game a few years later, or a few months, weeks later.
Years, lifetimes.
Yeah. Red axe or red face mask, just maybe. How about that?
Don't hate that. I don't hate that. Yeah. These are all good ideas.
You know what Nebraska hasn't done yet? And I think the time for it may have passed. But chrome. The chrome helmets.
No, they did chrome. They did chrome. They did chrome face masks for a Northwestern
for the Northwest,
win.
And those are their best. Those are the best alternates. I said that on the radio yesterday.
The ones they were on the road.
16 is
2016. I was at that game.
Mike Riley. Yes.
CeeLo says Black Herbie too. You do Black Herbie for the Blackout, Jack?
No comment.
No comment. Is he talking about Herbie or like his clothes? That would be an all-timer if they were like, we're going to do Black Herbie.
I don't know, because they're doing.
You're just moving on.
Well, the theme is like this sort of like scary farming situation. So could he be like aggrieved, dark Herbie, going through a dark time, Herbie?
A family crisis. Something happened to his betrothed.
Unpredictably,
a farming accident.
Unpredictably angry Herbie.
Interesting. So yeah, just maybe add some,
Yeah, but also wearing a lot of black,
Ooh, Fight points out groin kick Herbie. Chuck says goth Herbie. Yeah, what if his hair was
goth
black?
Herbie wearing like
a
Joy
all hanging in front of his eye.
Yeah, he's wearing like a Joy Division shirt. Like that would be good, I think. The Cure Herbie.
D'Lo says if they're going to ask everyone to wear black, you got to have black end zones. What do we think about black? Because remember, this year the end zones are going to be red, so they're going to be different than they were. Biff says divorced with big child support. Herbie, this just sounds like depressed Herbie.
By the way,
going on.
I said that before Chuck did. I beat him to that, but it's good.
Nice.
We're both thinking the same thing.
Yeah, Keena, Herbie with black cargo pants with the chains. Oh my gosh,
no.
Yes.
With the chains and like a 4-foot chain from his wallet to his belt buckle or wherever they hooked those to. I still don't know what the
I never understood that. Yeah, that wasn't fishnet. You got to put fishnets on them? Remember, fishnets were part of the gospel.
We should have it. You know what? They need to start getting people to these games, right, Josh? It's time to go. It's time to go a little minor league baseball with the promotions. A little, not full minor, like not Bill Veeck, but like a little bit. And emo night at Memorial Stadium. You want to get the younger folks involved? Right?
Emo night is a great idea.
You want to get the millennials involved. You want to get maybe a different football crowd. It's emo night. All the music, okay? All of the music from the tunnel walk to the fireworks to the halftime show. The Killigans record an emo version of the Cornhusker. They wear black. I mean, that's what they should do against USC. Make it Jack, emo night.
In basketball, there are so many more nights of sports, right? There are more home games for basketball. And, there are those games in late December, right around Christmas time, that no one cares about, and you don't even do post-game shows for. That would be the perfect time to do emo night at the
minor league this stuff up, man. If you're not getting a full house, start minor leaguing it up. So
Biff says paging Nick Grimm for emo Herbie input. Yeah, I'll reach out to Nick next week and see what we can do with this.
I like D'Lo said Lil Red should dress like the Grim Reaper.
With
the whatever that thing is, a sigh or whatever it is. And
I like that idea.
Oh God, I love that Grim Reaper, Lil Red. I like it.
Fight says the Huskers are wearing the Runza jerseys today. Yeah, you really want to piss people off, Jack.
Get Connor Oberst to do a post-game show. Have Connor Oberst record some of the songs. Like there is no place like Nebraska, but like in a really minor key.
Yeah.
And like
a
very
punk version.
Ooh, I actually love that idea. Like
do you have Connor Oberst's contact information?
Yes, I do. His mom and my mom are best friends. So
awesome. That's exciting.
That's actually not a joke. That's just true.
My mom really?
They're like best friends. My mom will go hang out with his parents and stay overnight up there, go have dinner with them at their house.
Why didn't we try to get him on a +1 this summer, Jack?
I don't know that he'd be into this, Josh. Why do I get the feeling? Why do I get the feeling if I text him and I'm like, "Hey, Connor, our moms are friends. I do this football show. I'm thinking you might love it." Does he seem like the kind of guy who'd be like, "That sounds great"?
We have a better chance of getting him than Corey Ross. I was waiting for that to hit.
Corey Ross. Sad.
Corey Ross. Yep.
I'm not gonna be able to brag about Corey Ross being my friend anymore.
You are not.
He's
Jack
gonna start
has been
being
saying
like
for years, Corey would love to do Be Kind Husker Rewind with us. No, he does not. He does not care.
He's starting to become like my girlfriend in Canada is like what he's starting to become.
I don't think that you actually know the guy is kind of what I'm actually starting to think now.
Corey, if you're watching this, and I know you're not,
we'd love to have you in the club next summer, Corey. Subscriber Corey writes, make it like a horror movie theme. Have Herbie get a bucket of blood poured on his head, but it's actually Amigos Ranch.
That's amazing.
Great idea.
Or he bleeds ranch. Yes, like.
Oh my God!
He gets cut, like he gets stabbed, and the Amigos Ranch goes shooting out into the crowd, and everyone holds up their hot dogs and their pizza.
Is this like a Carrie situation? Is this like I've never seen Carrie, but I think I know how it ends with lots of blood at at homecoming or prom or something like that. Isn't that what happens at the end of Carrie?
I don't know I don't watch horror movies, so I don't.
Okay, interesting.
I don't watch movies, but I also don't watch horror movies.
Yeah, you definitely don't watch movies. Fight says this show is off the frickin' rails, and I love it. Well, that's good. That's at least one person likes today's episode, Jack.
And couldn't we truly do like a 90s day? I mean, if you don't want to go as far as emo day, why do you not do a 90s day where it's all 90s music? You tight roll your jeans, you wear hats that look normal instead of rope hats like you were in World War II.
Are you talking about those really cool 90s hats like the one Tom Osborne wore? Are you
talking
about that? Nice, Jack.
I want to do cool hat night at Memorial Stadium where I Where I check in, you've got to go on a video screen. I'm up in the booth, and they'll show me your hat, and I will give you a thumbs up.
This is
thumbs
actually
down
a
if
great
you can
game
get
show
in.
that we should do next summer. I think this is like a legitimately
Does Jack
awesome
approve
idea.
of your hat?
Yeah. 90s night. I don't know why they've never leaned into this. It would be such an easy thing to do. Wear your favorite bomber jacket, your favorite, Apex or
bring back all the old Husker Vision animations.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so good. You could do 90s pricing for a night. Hey, the pop at the stadium's $1 or whatever. How much were pops at Memorial Stadium back in 1990?
When I sold, they were $1 or $2, I think.
Wow. You could do that for one game?
Get the plastic cups back with like the sticky cellophane on the top and the melted ice.
Oh my gosh. I forgot about those. And make the cups cool again. Yeah, I love this idea. And Dave points out there are many fans who still wear their gear from the 90s. Yeah, a lot of people would say, what? This isn't even a different thing.
It's just 90s day. That's just day,
Yeah, exactly. It's just a Saturday where I'm going to watch football. Husker for MU says, just make sure 90s night is against Houston Christian. Yeah, you don't want to lose. I will say this, Jack, not to do the alternate uniform stuff anymore, but I was a little surprised that they picked USC for that instead of like a game that they will absolutely unequivocally win.
I think they want it. Well, they want it to be home.
And they want it to be at night.
They want it. Is the USC game at night though?
No, but there's a lot of people that think it could be because the big game that day.
Are we getting news here? Is this news?
No, I'm just saying.
Is this new news?
No, that's it. I think Sean Callahan has posted that he thinks it could be at night. The Ohio State-Penn State game is early that day, so that'll be big noon. So people are like, "Ooh,
could Nebraska play at 11 a.m.?" Ohio State gets an 11 a.m. game.
Surprisingly, they do. I'm sure their fan base is pumped.
Breakfast with the Buckeyes, right? Hey, very nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
I thought it was because it was close to Halloween. Does that have anything? It's the day after Halloween?
It is the day after Halloween. I just figured it's because it's a chance to do it in front of a national audience.
I think that's wrong. Yeah, my theory might be wrong too, because that's like getting excited about your Christmas tree being up on December 26th.
Exactly. Like, ooh, yeah, do you want to watch a Christmas Story on December 27th, Jack? Hell no. I don't ever want to watch a Christmas movie again.
Severe said Dannon thinks USC is at 2:30. Okay.
Interesting.
Which, by the way, that is the day before daylight saving, so it will not quite be as dark by the end.
God, daylight saving, horrible. I'm not, dude. Jack, I went outside last night at 9, and there was barely any light, and I got sad. I started getting depressed, and then a couple times lately, I've started thinking about how it's going to be cold in a couple of months, and then that also made me sad. So these are the things to think about.
I call November fall February in Nebraska.
Yeah. November, fall, February.
It's a downer.
Yeah, it really is because everything's
fall,
brown
February.
and sad. Texas Toast writes, I hope Akron isn't the only night game. I'm specifically flying up for Akron, so my wife's first game can be a night game. Wish she could experience a night game in November, though. I do not think that will be the only. No, like I just said, I think USC absolutely could be.
Severe already said it's 2:30. When Michael says, I believe. Next.
That's true. The commandments. What are the other games at home this year that they're going to have? Michigan State, I think they've already announced that's a 2:30 or 3 because that's a homecoming game. And then Michigan is going to be at 2:30 on CBS, which we know of. Yeah, I guess there's not as many chances over the course of the entire season. I will say this, Jack. I think the Penn State game on the road is going to be at night. Now, that's not solving the problem of home night games, but I think that game is going to be night, and it's going to be really chilly in State College. So I hope that you're ready for that.
Oh, this is going to bring back 2002 nightmares, speaking of Corey Ross. My good friend.
Should they wear those uniforms?
We can have early aughts night. Hey,
gosh.
MC'd by Jamal Lord wearing his Brewers hat. Oh my goodness, I like this. I like this a lot. Early aughts night.
Yeah,
at the stadium.
Well, you are going to have some big time PTSD if that's a night game, and they're like, "Hey, we'd like to bring out." I'm trying to remember who was the quarterback or running back for that Penn State team.
Oh, it was Robinson. Robinson was a quarterback, right?
Was it?
Who was the guy who played positions in the NFL? Larry Johnson.
Larry Johnson. He was the running back that night, right? He rushed for 1,000 yards.
Yeah. Robinson and Larry Johnson, I believe, were in that game. Now, you talk about blowout groin kick games. That's one of the ultimate blowout groin kicks, in my opinion.
Oh, bad times. That game sucked. That game sucked ass.
That game should score high on the groin kick scale, I think.
Yeah. That was bad.
Because some of the blowouts that we had didn't quite match, but that was a groin. That's about as bad a memory as I have from a blowout loss.
Oh, by the way, speaking of, the epilogue went up on the free feed on Thursday. We appreciate everyone who's had a chance to watch them. And I triggered one of our subscribers, Jack Scott, because I called it the season finale of the Groin Kick Chronicles. And he said, why didn't you call this the series finale of the Groin Kick Chronicles? Does that mean that there are more to come? And I said, don't act like you wouldn't listen to it, though. And he said, yeah, you're right. So stay tuned. Stay tuned for
We're going to go through the 1950s.
Yes,
we're going to go through the original groin kick era.
It's time to unpack the 50s a little bit more and talk about how horrible things were for Bill Jennings.
Bill Jennings, game management, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Right? D'Lo says, does anyone realize how hard it is to get to State College? D'Lo, I would love to talk about it. As a media member who's traveled there, I can tell you it's terrible. It is absolutely terrible. Dave says, Sam McEwen does. Yeah, but what about Fresno State? Oh, no, your poster. What do you have? Do you have like sticky tack?
I use these things like scotch. I don't want to put like thumb. Yeah, I don't. When I was in college, I used all that gummy
that stuff.
And it would just rip paint off, and it would ruin your posters. I ruined all these great posters.
I know, same.
And I thought I was doing a service to myself because I wasn't using thumbtacks, but honestly, that might not have been as bad. But these scotch things apparently don't. That was the most aggressively rolled up poster I've ever seen in my life. Like,
really?
I had to set dictionaries on all sides of it to try and like keep it flat enough to even look at.
Fight says, Jack, you're an adult. Buy a frame.
I just got it. I mean, I might, but I'm
going to order that, and
I just wanted to display it. I just got it. Jeez,
yeah, I'm going to order that, and I'm going to get a frame for it. Jack, should we talk some actual football as we get ready to wind down on this?
There's a few
Saturday
people who might freak out if we don't. Jeez.
What is interesting you about training camp now to this point in time? Is there any storyline that like you're actually like, cool, that's a good storyline right now? Or have we really reached the dog days of August where you're just ready to, I mean, obviously we're ready to get to the opener, but is there anything interesting to you about right now?
I mean, I think we've covered it. We've talked extensively about it all. I'm ready to see these players, find out who's playing, who's not, who's healthy, who's not,
what number they're wearing.
Hurt, what the running back rotation is going to be. But this is all I want to see, these things instead of speculating on them based on very little information. So yeah, in terms of like reporting, I mean, unless Matt Rule comes out and says some new things, but nothing that's in existence right now, I feel like is overly, interesting to me at this point.
Multiple people have brought up Archie Wilson. Have we talked about him yet? I don't think you and I have.
Last Saturday we had an extensive conversation on him.
Did. That's true.
He hadn't done the thing with his parents yet.
That's right. Yeah.
We had an extensive.
We were a little early on talking about him because we talked about him before. Yeah, he became like a international phenomenon. Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
you dick.
I don't know what to even say about that whole thing. Like, I feel like it made me like the kid more. Gives a kid player. I shouldn't say kid. You're not supposed to say kid. I like Archie even more. I feel more connected to him. When you see a human side of somebody, you tend to feel that way. And I think a lot of us would be like that if we were in another country at that age. I would not be able to. I could barely handle going to Northwest Iowa at that age. So
that's a great point.
Yeah, like I felt for it. My heart went out to him. So I really want him. I want all the players to succeed. I really want him to succeed.
Jack, here's something I've been thinking about with this. If he is actually good, he is going to become the second most famous player on the roster. Is that crazy to say?
Wow, LeBron's son is like, hey, I've been in movies.
No, people don't know about LeBron's son, though. People don't know that LeBron's son is on Nebraska's roster. Dude, seriously, if he's good, he is going to become Jack, you and I, we love following college football. Well, we did when they tweeted. They don't tweet anymore. But the fun part of the college football internet, those guys that all moved over to Blue Sky, the Shutdown Fullcast, the SCD, like those types of people. Richard, what's the guy's name who did the Roger Sherman? Those guys love college football players and stories like this. I mean, this was built in a lab for SB Nation circa like 2014, And so if he's good, there is a certain part of college football internet that is going to attach themselves to him and he will become like a must-watch part of the season. And that's why I say it, and I don't say it in jest. If he's good, he's going to be the second most famous player on the roster behind only Dylan Raiola. I'm serious.
Hello? Can you guys still hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. You paused up.
Oh, okay.
All right. Sorry. Hopefully it was just on my end. But yes, you're right. I mean, it's the most 2025 thing possible, Josh. Like a viral moment that kind of sticks with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Corey says, I've never been more excited for our offensive 3-and-outs. Jack, are you going to be rooting for a 3-and-out to start the season so you can see him punt?
No, but I got to see a few good punts before. Listen, I like him. I'm cheering for him. But I am, as we established a couple of weeks ago when we were talking deep football, that I'm going to need to see the good special teams before I assume them.
Yeah.
And so that goes for every part of it.
Yeah.
No, not that I don't think he's good, but, and I also don't, honestly, I want all of the trick shot stuff, the using both feet, the bicycle kick.
The bicycle kick that you talked about recently. Yeah.
I'm starting to wonder how they'll come into play practically, though.
Like you're talking about how using both feet will like actually be like something that he like as a strategy.
Right. Like it's like I feel like it's like I can spin a basketball head on my head for 5 minutes, but that doesn't
why
mean
does that matter?
I'm not gonna win the NBA championship because of that, That's what I feel like that is.
That's hilarious. Like Steph Curry can do this and this and this. Yeah, okay, but does it actually matter to him in a basketball game?
Yeah, you can kick a ball into the hoop. I mean, it's very cool for a video, but will that stuff come into play at all? Like, can I just say I want him to, and I don't doubt that he can do this. And again, cheering for him.
But
let's, you know what?
Wow, this is wild.
I don't care what foot we do with it. Just how about get one out of bounds at about the 12-yard line?
That'd be nice. That'd be nice.
That'd be sexier than a bicycle kick to me.
By the way, every person, Jack, that I hear from that has seen him says that he is the real deal. Like he is like they go to practice and they say like he's incredible. They say he is ridiculous.
But is he incredible
with 70,000 people watching?
No. Is he incredible at the basics?
Yeah. That's what you got to hope for.
Let's get that down. And then, dude perfect it up after that. Right.
Masturbator says, I feel like being able to kick with both feet is going to make it a lot harder to block kick somehow.
Really? Like, is he really going to change mid? Is there going to have to be a call in the huddle? Hey,
probably. Yes.
Is this a left-footed or a right-footed kick?
Jack, absolutely. Because that's
like the number if it's
how you cover them.
If it's 37 punt, if it's an odd number, it's right foot. If it's 42 punt, it's left foot.
I know you're being a smartass, but yes, that will absolutely. They will know going into the huddle if he's going to roll left or roll right because that's going to depend on protection and how they block for him. So imagine if they thought he was rolling right, but he rolled left, and everyone was blocking that way. He could get smoked.
Can I ask a dumb question? And I'm sorry, I don't know this. Can you not roll left and still punt with your right foot, or it's easier? It's like being a.
No, you cannot do that.
Why not?
Because you can't square all your momentum would be going one way. You'd have to kick it off the side of your foot.
So rugby punters only run the way that they're going to punt it. That's the advantage of this.
Yes.
So he can run both. So he's a switch hitter, essentially.
Correct. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, you can't do that.
That's practical. Good. I didn't know that. Yeah. I thought this was.
I guess you could try. It would be really difficult, though.
I just thought this was stuff that was really cool for making vines or whatever. Like, I didn't know.
Look at this 5-second clip on the Vine.com. Sam writes, rugby punting is woke punting. Look, I know one subscriber for Nebraska agrees with that.
Yes.
D-Love, but what number is he going to be?
To answer your question, it doesn't matter because I don't have an association yet.
That's true.
It would matter if he changed it.
Keena says both sides punter. both sides equally. Both sides, very, very fine people on both sides.
I'm tired of this whataboutism with the punting on the left side and the right side.
Mm-hmm. Jim and O'Neill says, I know I wasn't a Division I athlete, but I did play soccer. You can run one way and kick with the other foot, but it is very hard. I just can't imagine him being able to roll left and punt with his right foot and get any actual distance.
I kind of want to try it.
The football.
I'm trying to imagine how it would feel.
Jack, go outside and do it. Have your son do it on a vine.
But then you could run that way, and then if you use your left foot, you can kick it that way
and
do like the Michigan State thing, right?
Oh,
but
God.
intentionally.
You don't want to do that. So
Dude,
when you ask this, are you saying roll left and kick with the right foot, or are you just saying roll left and kick it to the right?
no, I mean the ambidextrous thing. I'm trying to see if it's of so much value that no one else can. For example, if you're only a right-footed punter, you can only roll right. Is that generally the case? This is a legitimate question. I assume so, but I don't know.
I just got an actual text, Jack, from a friend of mine who says, kind of laughing at your co-host, not understanding the advantage of being able to use both feet and momentum, LOL. Soccer players do kick opposite ways, but they very much use the opposite of their feet, and it's usually a touch hit, LOL. So there you go. You're getting roasted.
Enjoy all your LOLing. Don't wake up everyone. I mean, it's just it was a question. I can fully admit I'm not familiar. First of all of the media told me to ignore rugby punting 10 years ago.
They did.
Clearly. I started to like it, and then they very clearly, when BYU had a rugby punter, I had the John Bishops of the world and the Sean Callahans of the world and the Mitch Shermans of the world and all of them, and they said, this is a fad, don't pay attention to this. This is not something and so I heeded their advice. And so now I'm asking honest questions. And Josh Friend Texter is having a big LOL about it. Well, great.
Thank you for the LOLs. Good. Yeah, I just found the Sean Callahan tweet, by the way. That is so funny. Oh, my gosh. That is just so good. If he's watching right now, he's like, wait a second. What did I say? Sean, you better get ready to delete some tweets, my man, because there's some fun stuff that's going to show up in a couple Thursdays. Oh, my gosh. Yes, Dave.
Well, even the Be Kind Huskery one.
Yeah.
The Be Kind Huskery one. So. Right, whatever.
D'Lo asks, is this the Fly episode of
show.
Breaking Bad? Jack, did you ever see the Fly episode of Breaking Bad?
I don't remember it, but yes, I remember the Fly thing. I don't want to spoil it, but I think it involved something involving air transportation. Yes?
No.
Okay.
No, it involved a literal fly.
No, I know that. No,
Oh, okay.
Never mind.
Okay. Should we go? Should we say goodbye?
Is this show over yet?
This is a great reminder.
I'm coming in good faith, saying things, I think, entertaining, asking provocative questions.
Trying to entertain.
And everything has been just rebuffed, disliked, critiqued. Yeah. I got it.
Jack, isn't this a great preview of our post-game show when you and Brendan will inevitably argue for an hour on if Husker fans are rooting against the program because they don't like Matt Rule? This is a great preview of what's to come this season. I can't wait.
Like I said, once we get into the season, there's start to have a different relationship with people, for better or worse. I mean, it's always been the case. I fight a lot more with Husker fans in season because they're generally annoying to me.
Interesting.
With the things they say.
Keena says, I can't wait for Jack and D'Lo to argue about refs personally. That's going to be a great time. Chuck says Josh peak dick mode. Dick mode? Thought it was funny mode. All right, Jack. Scott says, who's doing the first postgame on 1620? Everybody. Oh, the whole crew. And Jack's going to be down in Kansas City too. Wow. What a time to be alive. We're going to have such a great time. And I think
maybe we may be doing an all-star morning show.
Interesting.
On the Thursday morning.
Interesting.
Maybe.
All right, all that to come over the course of the next couple of weeks. All right, Jack. So here's what we got coming up. There will be a new Volleyball State episode tomorrow night for subscribers, 7:00. Hope people watch that one. Moving forward on Sunday nights is when they'll roll. They have John Cook coming on the show tomorrow for about a half-hour conversation.
What?
That'd be awesome. Yeah. How about them apples? John Cook joining them. Jack and I will be back on Wednesday next week.
We don't have any more games to watch, do we?
We are done watching painful losses. Which I know is going to make you very, very happy about. Very, very happy about.
Well, it's just it's been a lot of groin kick talk.
It has. The Groin Kick Chronicles, everything involved with that for this year is now done. All of the episodes are available. And if you are joining us right now on the YouTube channel and you're not a subscriber, we rewatched 3 games over the course of the last month: the 2015 BYU game, the 2023 Minnesota game, and then the 2018 Colorado game, the first games of each era for Mike Riley, Matt Rule, and Scott Frost. Those are all available. We had some other bonus episodes along the way, including a what if surrounding Akron. Kevin Kugler joined me for a conversation on some of the games and more. So the Chronicles are over, which means no more rewatching of those. But Jack and I will get going on I-80 Live on Wednesday night. And then the first I-80 football show at its regular time will be available on Thursday morning. And very excited about the guests that we have this week and next week, as well as we get on into the football season. And then Jack and I back for the coffee show next Saturday. Also, there will be volleyball stuff happening, post-game shows, and so much more. So we'd love to have you. Patreon.com/I80 Club.
Do you think when Taylor Swift was on with the Kelseys, all the commenters were like, quit talking about sourdough. Let's talk about the games or the concerts.
Probably.
Enough about sourdough.
Yeah.
Can I fast forward through the sourdough part?
Sourdough conversation, very similar to single-digit number conversation. Is that kind of what you're asking right now?
Yeah, basically.
Awesome.
It's a fun, personality-driven topic.
Fight says Jack equals Taylor Swift. Hey, Jack, you're incredible. You're very, very good. All right. That's everything that we have going on. And merch, more merch available. We have a ton of Volleyball State, and we have more Volleyball State merch available very, very soon. Posters available as well. All of it. Links can be found pretty much everywhere on our YouTube page. Hey, look at that. We got coffee mugs. Your coffee mug. Why is the logo there? It's under there.
I don't know. If you, it should be here.
I know.
Sometimes this stuff
mug,
you can get a free refund if you want.
Yeah, it's a great mug. All right, Jack, I think that's it. Your least enjoyable show of the offseason is now done. Are you happy?
But we got a lot more coming over the next few weeks.
We have
this will seem nice after Nebraska loses to Cincinnati. Just kidding.
You're going to be pining. You're going to be pining for this show in 2 weeks. You really will. Like, can we debate about single-digit numbers again? Nebraska just lost to Cincinnati by 14.
Oh, geez. Yes. Yeah. And everyone's like, Akron's actually pretty good this year, Jack.
Will the game get canceled because of lightning? All right. For Jack, I'm Josh. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. Patreon.com/I80 Club. We will talk to you again very, very soon. Have a great weekend. Goodbye.